Guys, Suboxone withdrawal day 25. I promised somebody that I would make a video today about what I did with the supplements. First of all, let me start by saying that I started loading on the supplements as soon as I started dropping. Like I told everyone, I dropped everything in a month. I went from 8 milligrams down to 3 milligrams, down to 2 milligrams, down to 1, down to zero point 0.5, and the zero point 0.5 was only for 2 days, and then I jumped. That was it. Okay. I started mega dosing vitamin C in the very beginning because everything that I'd read stated that you want to start doing it immediately. You want to start doing it days before you even start making any of the jump. Now, from what I understand, you want to start at 10,000. Okay. I bought Spring Valley vitamin C. I got it from Walmart at $8.88. They are 200 and there's 250 tablets in the bottle. Okay. And they're 1,000 milligrams a piece. Again, $8.88. All right. I only did this for, well, let's see. Well, I took the vitamin C for a month because, again, I started taking the vitamin C as soon as I dropped. Now, I stopped taking it about 10 days in after I started going through the withdrawals. Okay. Now, I took probiotics and acidophilus. Okay. Acidophilus, Spring Valley, and I took probiotics. Now, the reason that these are so important is because your stomach, obviously, we're nutritionally deficient, but furthermore, all of the good cultures, all of the good bacteria that's in our stomach, obviously, a lot of it is gone. You're going to want something that's going to re-regulate your body, okay, or your digestive system, and that's one of the best ways to do it, okay? Niacin. If you're going to take niacin, my suggestion is to take the 100 milligram tablets and make sure that it's a niacin flush. Now, you can take either. It doesn't matter. I got the 500 milligrams niacin, and it's the non-flush. If I had known about the flush prior to this, I would have taken it. But niacin's really good because it cleans your blood, cleans your liver. All right? Potassium. If you're going to get potassium, I wouldn't suggest going crazy with the potassium, maybe one or two. If you really want potassium, make sure you're getting it from your food. Black beans, black-eyed peas, kidney beans, cannelloni beans, which are basically white kidney beans. Really, really good. They're high in potassium, they're high in magnesium, and magnesium is a big, big deal. Now, guys, if you're going to get magnesium from the store, don't get magnesium stearate. And what I'm talking about is when you look at the bottle, okay, let's just pretend that this is the magnesium stearate. This is where you're going to look for the magnesium stearate. You don't want magnesium stearate. Your body has a very hard time absorbing that. It's got a poor absorption rate, so make sure that it's the magnesium sulfide, I believe. You can get that in pill form, okay? Don't get the stearate, get the magnesium sulfide. You want magnesium because it's going to really help with the restlessness and a lot of the nerve troubles that you're going to go through, okay? Now, melatonin, really good for sleep, but you're not going to get a whole lot of sleep, especially for the first 10 days. Insomnia is one of the biggest shitty things about this entire process, okay? But you will eventually get sleep little by little. Look, if you feel tired during the day and you're able to steal 30 minutes here, an hour there, take it. Fish oil. Okay, this one's nature made, but fish oil is really important because it helps replenish. Well, I'm not really sure what it does, to be honest with you, but I know that it's supposed to be really good for you. I was taking roughly about 4 of these a day with a meal each time. Now, I also took tyrosine. This is the vitamin shop tyrosine, L-tyrosine. It helps with energy, and it helps with neurotransmitter production. It's a free-form amino acid, okay? 5-HTP is also same thing, vitamin shop. And it's really, really helpful, and it helps with your mood, all right? So those two are kind of important. If you're going to take the L-tyrosine, make sure that you take it on an empty stomach because, again, it's designed to give you energy. Maximum absorption is going to be when you are taking it on an empty stomach, all right? Nature's Made or Spring Valley, doesn't matter. You can get it all from Walmart, but I was taking 6 multivitamins a day. That was suggested to me by a healthcare professional because, again, our bodies are so nutritionally deficient, especially going through this process. You guys got to realize your body is trying to heal itself. It needs to heal itself, and it's going to take time, but it needs all of these things in order to obviously start the process. Eating healthy is going to be one of the greatest benefits that you can do for yourself. Look, we get most of our vitamins from the foods that we eat. So eat a lot of greens, collard greens. You want to eat, spinach. Spinach is really, really good for you. If you can't afford fresh, go to the store and buy a bunch of canned. You know, it's got a little bit less of the nutrients in it, but it's still going to give you a packed amount of things that you need. Magnesium, manganese, you're going to want potassium. I mean, just all of the good stuff that your body absolutely needs and is going to require during this process. All right, carrots are really good too because number one, they're a cruciferous vegetable, but number two, they are full of vitamin C, they're full of potassium, and they actually clean out your liver. So that's kind of important. We want to make sure that we get the metabolites out of our liver. The longer you take Suboxone, the more metabolites build up in your liver. So let's say the Suboxone got out of your system 11 days. If you went on the 15th day and got a drug test, you'd probably still fail it for Suboxone because of those metabolites. So again, you're going to want to do everything you can to clean out your liver. All right. Superbee complex, very important. The reason superbee is so important is because, again, our bodies are completely lacking in B vitamins. I was going to the dollar store at one point. I was getting little dollar shots. They're kind of like the 5-hour energies, except that they're completely all natural and they're B vitamins. So that was a quick fix. But again, this is the multivitamin that I was taking, okay? Excuse me. And basically, that's it. You know, most of what you're going to get, you're going to want to get from your food. Don't forget that you're going to want the Epsom salt. Epsom salt has a lot of magnesium in it, and it has proven, I have learned just in my experience that it was very beneficial and it was extremely helpful. It made my legs stop aching so bad. But again, that's short-lived. It's very temporary. You're going to want to live in the bathtub, especially in the first 4 or 5 days. One of the things that benefited me the most was getting up immediately after I woke up after sleeping the little bit that I was able to sleep, and I immediately hopped in the shower because immediately it's going to get rid of the cold. It's going to make you feel less pain. So again, shower first thing, it woke me up, and not only that, but it helped me feel better almost immediately. Look, one of the reasons that our bodies are so cold is because our hypothalamus is not working adequately. One of the more common side effects for a lot of people is hypothermia during this process. So again, I had a heating pad, which I lived on, and then I was taking constant baths. All right. But again, guys, make sure that you're eating healthy. Don't eat anything processed. You want simple sugars, which come from things like beans, apples, you know, bananas, mangoes, whatever. You want to make sure that you're eating as healthy as possible. Make sure you're eating a lot of greens because that's full of iron, magnesium. I mean, all of this stuff that your body needs in order to repair itself. Okay. And we're not just talking about a physical repair. We're also talking about a mental, emotional, because you've got all of these synapses, your dopamine, your serotonin, your gamma aminobutyric acid, which is in control of how we are able to calm our bodies naturally. It's the chemical that allows us to relax, and our bodies produce it. So anyway, with that said, the other thing you guys got to remember, one of the reasons that we're so agitated and anxious is because our noradrenaline, as we raised our dopamine, we were also raising our noradrenaline. When you go into withdrawals, basically your dopamine drops. Your dopamine is what keeps you happy, makes you feel euphoric. It's what we all wanted to achieve when we were getting high on opiates. Okay, but again, remember when you go into withdrawals, your brain basically plummets the dopamine to zero, and so you're left with nothing but noradrenaline. Okay, and it's going to take a minute for that to come down. You guys have to be patient with this process. All right, I'm going to cut this video a little bit short simply because I can only upload a certain amount of time before it cuts it off, or it will cancel the upload. So I'm going to make another one in just a minute.